stand with us. We'll have a moment of silence. Get Eric to lead us in the pledge.
I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Clerk, call roll.
Davis.
Here.
Edge. Here. Frank.
Here.
Griffin. Griffin.
Here.
House. Here. McDonald.
Here.
Nault.
Here.
Payne.
Here.
Steiner.
Here.
Waldrop.
Here.
Walker. Here. The quorum, sir.
First item we need to get out of the way is the disposition of the minutes from the previous meeting. Has everybody had a chance to do it? If so, I'll entertain a motion to approve.
Motion to accept, Mr. Hood.
Motion by Mr. Dirk,
Second.
second by Ms. Mary Ann. Any discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Ms. Janae. Treasurer's report.
Yes, sir. Good evening. Did everybody find their reports this afternoon late? I got them up there finally. Sales tax is up 2.8% this month over last year this month, or about $14,965. County General Jail is about $6,569. Year-to-date, it's up 1.7%, or $86,000. Jail is up $37,000. Projections were up for the year 4.2% for County General, or $208,000. Over projections is what I should say. And the jail is at 3.5, or $77,000. The budget is being presented tonight. Thank you all for all of the elected officials and all of the department heads for using the ClearGov, and the process went really well, and I appreciate that very much. Any questions on the financials? Thank you.
Thank you, Jan. One committee report, Dennis, you got that first?
Sure. The Budget Committee, we met on the 21st of October, last Tuesday. There were 4 members present when the quorum was declared. Justice Walker, she was excused as she was out of town. We compared 2026 revenue and expense projections to 2025 and reviewed various department requests who asked for increases in the new year. After we had some discussion with each individual, the committee accepted all their explanations and moved on. Notably, the budget represents 82% of projected 26 revenues, well below the 90% required by Arkansas. The Budget Committee commends our elected officials and department heads for maintaining fiscal restraint and continue acting as proper stewards of taxpayer dollars. In accordance with Arkansas Association of Counties, the topic was raised again about the current JP per diem, and we discussed that. We noted that Baxter County now ranks lowest among all Class 4 counties in Arkansas with respect to overall compensation per diem and special committee meetings. After a thoughtful round of discussion, a motion was made, seconded, and approved to move the per diem base from $375 to $400 and make the same annual increase available that the Baxter County employees receive each year. Also, we moved the committee meetings to $100. Finally, a motion was made to accept the 26 budget proposal as presented and pass on to the Quorum Court for approval. Our next meeting is to be determined.
Any questions for Dennis?
Thank you.
We get into the new business. First item is an ordinance appropriating fees and reimbursements in the Sheriff's Office. Sponsored by Mary Ann Eads.
Appropriation ordinance number 2025-blank, be it enacted by the Quorum Court of Baxter County, State of Arkansas, an ordinance to be entitled, an ordinance appropriating fees and reimbursements in the amount of $8,493.28 received in the month of September to the Sheriff's Office 2025 budget.
First reading, do you have a motion?
So moved.
Motion by Ms. Mary Ann,
Second.
second by Mr. Eddie. Any questions? Clerk call roll.
Davis.
Yes.
Edge.
Yes.
Frank.
Yes.
Griffin.
Yes.
House.
Yes.
McDonald.
Yes.
Nault,
Yes.
Payne,
Yes.
Steiner,
Yes.
Waldrop,
Yes.
Walker. Yes. With a vote of 11 yea, 0 nay, appropriation ordinance number 2025-51 is adopted.
Item number 2, sponsored by Mr. Bob Nault, is an ordinance appropriating funds in the 911 fund.
Appropriation ordinance number 2025-blank, be it enacted by the Quorum Court of Baxter County, State of Arkansas, an ordinance to be entitled, an ordinance appropriating funds in the amount of $30,000 from Emergency 911 Fund number 3020 into the Emergency 911 2025 budget.
Heard the reading, do we have a motion?
Make a motion.
Motion by Mr. Bob,
Second.
second by Ms. Mary Ann. Any questions?
Judge, where did that 30,000, where did it come from?
So we switched to the state network in 911 instead of being with AT&T, and that was a reimbursement through them. So it's going to be a big savings that we, since we switched to them with reimbursements that we have coming in the future and that.
Thanks, Judge.
Any other questions? Clerk call roll.
Edge,
Yes.
Frank,
Yes.
Griffin,
Yes.
House,
Yes.
McDonald,
Yes.
Nault,
Yes.
Payne,
Yes.
Steiner,
Yes.
Waldrop,
Yes.
Walker. Davis.
Yes.
With a vote of 11 yea, 0 nay, appropriation ordinance number 2025-52 is adopted.
Item number 3, sponsored by Mr. Bob Nault, is an ordinance appropriating funds in the K-9 fund.
Appropriation ordinance number 2025-blank, be it enacted by the Quorum Court of Baxter County, State of Arkansas, an ordinance to be entitled, an ordinance appropriating funds in the amount of $24,500 from K-9 Fund number 3411 into the K-9 2025 budget.
Heard the reading, do we have a motion?
I'll make a motion.
Motion by Mr. Bob,
Second.
second by Mr. Dennis. Any questions? Clerk call roll.
Frank,
Yes.
Griffin,
Yes.
House,
Yes.
McDonald,
Yes.
Nault,
Yes.
Payne,
Yes.
Steiner,
Yes.
Waldrop,
Yes.
Walker. Yes. Davis,
Yes.
Edge.
Yes.
With a vote of 11 yea, 0 nay, appropriation ordinance number 2025-53 is adopted.
Item number 4 is an ordinance levying millage taxes on political subdivisions in Baxter County, sponsored by Eric Payne.
Appropriation ordinance number 2025-blank, be it enacted by the Quorum Court of Baxter County, State of Arkansas, an appropriation ordinance to be entitled, an ordinance levying millage taxes on political subdivisions of Baxter County for the year 2025 as authorized by public election.
Further reading, do you have a motion?
I'll make a motion.
Motion by Mr. Eric,
Second.
second by Mr. Bob. Any questions?
I have a question.
Yes.
Did any of them go up this
No,
year?
they all stayed the same. It's just something we're required to do this time of year. They're
I was about to
all the
say-
same as they was last year.
Can you explain that, Judge, that procedure for anybody who doesn't?
I
fully
think Candy
understand
could
this?
probably explain
Or
it
Ms.
better than
Candy?
me.
So each year, all of the taxing entities have to submit their millage request to the county for the Quorum Court to pass this annual ordinance. But if they have an increase, if it's a school district, it has to be approved in an election. If it's a city, the city can request to raise their millage. I believe that they can do that without an election with the vote of their city council, but the Quorum Court has to approve that. But again, none of these have requested an increase for this year.
Right, and this is something standard we do every year at budget
Every
time.
single year in November.
It also includes volunteer fire departments.
That's correct.
Any other questions? Clerk call roll.
Griffin,
Yes.
House,
Yes.
McDonald,
Yes.
Nault,
Yes.
Payne,
Yes.
Steiner,
Yes.
Waldrop,
Yes.
Walker,
Yes.
Davis,
Yes.
Edge,
Yes.
Frank.
Yes.
With With a vote of 11 yea, 0 nay, appropriation ordinance number 2025-54 is adopted. You should know it well.
Item number 5, sponsored by the Budget Committee, is an ordinance providing for and adopting a budget for Baxter County.
Appropriation ordinance number 2025-blank, be it enacted by the Quorum Court of the County of Baxter, State of Arkansas, an ordinance to be entitled, an ordinance providing for and adopting a budget for Baxter County, Arkansas for the period beginning January 1, 2026 and ending December 31 of 2026.
Further reading, do we have a motion?
I'll make the motion.
Motion by Mr. Ball,
Second.
second by Mr. Eddie. Any questions? No questions. Clerk call roll.
House,
Yes.
McDonald,
Yes.
Nault,
Yes.
Payne,
Yes.
Steiner,
Yes.
Waldrop,
Yes.
Walker, Davis, Edge,
Yes.
Frank,
Yes.
Griffin,
Yes.
with a vote of 11 yea, 0 nay. Appropriation ordinance number 2025-55 is adopted.
Item number 6 is a resolution confirming the reappointments in the Rodney Jordan Volunteer Fire Protection District.
Resolution number 2025-blank, a resolution confirming the reappointments of Jeff Berry, Julie Moody, and Mary Rugsager by the county judge to the Rodney Jordan Volunteer Fire Protection District Board of Commissioners. Be it resolved by the Quorum Court of Baxter County, Arkansas, that Section 1, the following members of the Rodney Jordan Volunteer Fire Protection District Board of Commissioners, having been reappointed by the county judge for terms of 3 years to expire October of 2028, are hereby confirmed by the Quorum Court. Jeff Berry, Julie Moody, Mary Rugsager. Section 2, this resolution shall be in full force and effect from and after its passage and approval.
Heard the reading of the resolution. Do we have a motion?
So moved.
Motion by Ms. Lisa,
Second.
second by Ms. Mary Ann. Any question? Clerk call roll.
McDonald,
Yes.
Nault,
Yes.
Payne,
Yes.
Steiner,
Yes.
Waldrop,
Yes.
Walker,
Yes.
Davis,
Yes.
Edge,
Yes.
Frank,
Yes.
Griffin,
Yes.
House.
Yes.
With a vote of 11 yea, 0 nay, resolution number 2025-26 is adopted.
Item number 7 is a resolution confirming the reappointment to the Mountain Home Rural Fire Protection District.
Resolution number 2025-blank, a resolution confirming the reappointments of Will Gregory and Kevin Bodenhammer by the county judge to the Mountain Home Rural Fire Protection District Board of Commissioners. Be it resolved by the Quorum Court of Baxter County, Arkansas, that Section 1, the following members of the Mountain Home Rural Fire Protection District Board of Commissioners, having been reappointed by the county judge for terms of 3 years to expire of October of 2028, are hereby confirmed by the Quorum Court. Will Gregory, Kevin Bodenhammer. Section 2, this resolution shall be in full force and effect from and after its passage and approval.
You've heard the reading. Do we have a motion?
Move to adopt.
Motion by Ms. Mary Ann,
Second.
second by Mr. Bob. Any questions? Clerk call roll.
Nault,
Yes.
Payne,
Yes.
Steiner,
Yes.
Waldrop,
Yes.
Walker,
Yes.
Davis,
Yes.
Edge,
Yes.
Frank,
Yes.
Griffin,
Yes.
House,
Yes.
McDonald.
Yes.
With a vote of 11 yea, 0 nay, resolution number 2025-27 is adopted.
I don't think I said so, but that resolution was sponsored by Dirk, Mary Ann, and Lisa. That moves us on to item number 8, is a resolution confirming the appointment in the Midway Fire Protection District,
Resolution
sponsored
number,
by Ms. House.
Resolution number 2025-blank, a resolution confirming the appointment of Ryan Wayland and the reappointment of William Harakitis by the county judge to the Midway Fire Protection District Board of Commissioners. Be it resolved by the Quorum Court of Baxter County, Arkansas, that Section 1, the following member of the Midway Fire Protection District Board of Commissioners, having been appointed by the county judge for a term of 3 years to expire November 2028, is hereby confirmed by the Quorum Court. Ryan Wayland. Section 2, the following member of the Midway Fire Protection District Board of Commissioners, having been reappointed by the county judge for a term of 3 years to expire November of 2028, is hereby confirmed by the Quorum Court. William Harakitis. Section 3, this resolution shall be in full force and effect from and after its passage and approval.
Heard the reading. Do you have a motion?
Move to adopt.
Motion by Ms. Mary Ann,
Second.
second by Mr. Mike. Any questions? Clerk call roll. Yeah.
Payne.
Yes.
Steiner.
Yes.
Waldrop.
Yes.
Walker. Yes. Davis. Edge.
Yes.
Frank.
Yes.
Griffin.
Yes.
House.
Yes.
McDonald.
Yes.
Nault.
Yes.
With a vote of 11 yeas, 0 nay. Resolution number 2025-28 is adopted.
So item number 9 is our last item on the agenda tonight, and it's a little unfamiliar territory for everybody here, including all the long-term elected officials. So before we read it, I'm going to allow both candidates that have submitted a letter for the coroner's vacancy to come up and speak. And Sam, I'll pick you first if you want to come up and give a little presentation of who you are and what you've done and where you've been. This is Sam Siemens.
Well, I've been right here. Thank you, Judge, and ladies and gentlemen of the Quorum Court. I've been a police officer now for 40 years. This is my 40th year that I've been serving, and in that time, 35 years of that was here in Mountain Home. I was a police officer for a little over 4 years in Louisiana, where I served with the University of Louisiana Police Department in Lafayette, rising to the level of shift commander when I was there. Then I moved here in 1990, and I rose from the ranks of patrolman to corporal, to sergeant, to lieutenant before retiring in 2011 the first time. Subsequently, I've been back to the police department twice. I've been rehired. I did other things, thought, well, I might enjoy that or I might enjoy that. Did some other things. But I've always loved police work and investigations, and that's kind of how I've lived out all of my adult life. In Louisiana, you can be an officer at 18. That's when I was first hired as a police officer. So it's all I've ever done as an adult, pretty much professionally. 12 years of that, I was a deputy coroner here in Baxter County until approximately 2 years ago. Half of that, I served as the chief deputy coroner appointed by Coroner Hayes, and it was about 2015 when I was appointed the chief deputy. I have very deep roots here. And the coroner's office is near and dear to my heart. It's not just a job for me. It was something that, like being a police officer, that I really enjoy doing. As you can imagine, coroner's work is very similar to police work. Though by Arkansas law, coroners are not charged with law enforcement duties. They do work with law enforcement. So a lot of the investigatory processes are very, very similar, and I was drawn into that. It was about 2011, right after I retired. I went to work. Tried my hand as a funeral director assistant. That's where I met Coroner Hayes. And we began to collaborate and talk and work together. If you'll remember, Dr. Snow was the coroner back then. It was a very different day back then. Back then, the coroner's office, if someone went on a coroner's call, there was one sheet of paper. And they filled out that sheet of paper. And then the deputy coroners were basically funeral home personnel that would serve as like a body pickup. Coming from Louisiana and a city of 110,000 people, I was kind of shocked by that. because I was used to more in-depth coroner inquests. And so Brad and I Coroner Hayes and I became friends. We began to work together, collaborate, and try to improve the coroner's office. Dr. Snow made Brad his chief deputy coroner, and we worked hand in hand to build the office literally from nothing. And that's not a slight against Dr. Snow. He was a man of his time. That's just the way it was then. But we're in different times now, particularly in 2025, and with all the legislative changes that relate to the coroner's office and coroners, what their responsibilities are. And so we went from, at that time, I think the coroner's budget was $6,000 or $8,000 for Doc Snow, and to what it is today. I reviewed the budget. It's approximately $350,000 with other money set aside for a new building. And so we developed the coroner's office together step by step, and made improvements and got the necessary training, worked on the reporting system, and did all of that together. And I've always been very, very proud of that. I've spent my life in public service. One of the things I didn't put in my letter, I was a governor's appointee to the Arkansas Judicial Discipline and Disability Commission. And that's the constitutional commission in the state of Arkansas that's charged with disciplining judges, removing judges from the bench and things like that, making recommendations to the Arkansas Supreme Court. It's a very serious, weighty job. And I did that job for 14 years as a governor's appointee. So I've always been about that life of public service. In returning to the police department, last year I was chosen as the part-time, because I work part-time now at the Mountain Home Police Department as an investigator, a detective, and I really enjoy that as well. Last year, and this is a time to talk about ourselves, I was chosen as the part-time officer of the year by my peers, the people I work with every day at the police department. It's not chosen from the top, it's people that know you, that work with you, and I was very honored and happy to do that. In the earliest days with Doc Snow, we worked for no pay. Absolutely no pay. I think the coroner can confirm that. Coroner Hayes and I worked together, volunteer. There was no on-call pay. There was none of that. We were so into the job that we volunteered to be sworn in as deputy coroners to do that job. And I've always liked that aspect of public service, because it's really a calling. It's hard. You know, you ask me, you've been a police officer 40 years, you retired 2011, why'd you go back? Because I love it. I just love it. I love serving people. You know, I serve part-time as a pastor. It's just who I am. I was an EMT. Everything that I've chosen in my adult life has been public service. And also in that time of 40 years, not once did I ever receive any kind of disciplinary action or any problems with me. I always listened to those in authority above me, even if I disagreed with them, even if I disagreed with them vehemently. I always did my job and respected authority and did what had to be done the way those in charge wanted it to be done, and I think that's absolutely necessary. I have a wonderful relationship with all of the law enforcement officers in this area. I know them all by name. I have a very good working relationship with Baxter County, with Baxter County deputies, of course the Mountain Home Police Department, Arkansas State Police, Arkansas Game and Fish. I've worked deaths with all of those people at different times. I'm a very attention to detail oriented person. Some people say I'm predictable, that you can set your watch by me, but I always make sure that every T is crossed, every I is dotted, because this is very serious business. With the legislative changes that have happened with the coroner's office in over the state of Arkansas with coroners, it's very, very important that you know the law, and that you do what's required by the law, that you work with the Arkansas Crime Lab, that you work with the medical examiner's office, that you do all these things and make sure that all of these things are taken care of. I have extensive experience in court. I've testified more times than I can count. I've been bailiff more times than I can count, and my reports were always in line and were what was expected of an officer that's bringing a charge against someone. I can say I can't count more. I can count on one hand how many cases I lost. One was a procedural mistake that I made, and I admitted that in court, and I lost it, and so be it. That's the way our justice system works. But I've always made sure my reporting was on point to do that particular job. I've worked directly with the medical examiner for the state of Arkansas, Dr. Ted Brown. I know him. He knows me. I ran into him in Little Rock not too long ago, and he remembered me. One of the reasons that I've put my name in the hat to be considered for this job is because not only do I have the certifications, which you have in my letter, I didn't want to waste time going over that stuff. I've got all the certifications that are required, and then some. But one of the reasons that I wanted to serve as interim coroner is because I feel like it is a vocation, my philosophy of service to families. When I worked as a deputy coroner, just like my police work, I honestly see people as human beings that need care, and that it's not just a man or a woman wearing a badge going into a death scene. These are people who have lost family members, sometimes in a very difficult, tragic situation when it pertains to young people, children, things like that. And you don't need a businessman to walk in there and talk about, the Arkansas reporting system. You need someone that can come alongside the person and sit with them and talk to them and follow up with them later when they have questions about their deceased loved ones. These are not just bodies, they are deceased persons. And that's my philosophy, and that's how I always conducted myself. I'm not presenting myself as a perfect person. Yes, I've made mistakes. None of them were ethical or unlawful or dishonest mistakes, but they were mistakes, and I learned from them over the years. You can't do anything for 40 years or 25 or 15 or 12 and not make mistakes. We all make mistakes, and so and I own those mistakes when I do make them. But my philosophy of serving families is one of the most important aspects of this job to me, and to try to do the job in such a way that speaks well for Baxter County. My philosophy going into the job would be not to come in and change anything. There are some things that I do think that I can improve, particularly where staffing is concerned, having the amount of personnel to do the job instead of just one or two people, because it's very difficult when you have a 24/7 job in a county this size with the deaths that we have, and try to do that with 1, 2, or 3 people. It's quite difficult. So I have some ideas about that. In regards to the new building, I would do a building study with similar sized counties to see what their new buildings look like, what they have, what they required, what were their experiences, what were their successes, what were their failures. That's what I would want to know, and moving forward so that I could work along with the county judge to provide good guidance in that regard. I will close with this. I know that the other gentleman that has put his name in the hat, Mr. Skinner, who you'll hear from next. I've worked with Mr. James Skinner. Like me, he's a retired police officer. Like me, he spent a lot of his life and time in public service. He's to be commended for that. I've worked with him on death calls. I've worked with him at the coroner's office, and I have nothing but good to say about Mr. James Skinner. He is a good man. So whatever decision you make tonight, I don't think you can get a bad interim coroner. And I thank you.
Any questions for
Oh,
Sam
sorry.
before he had to take a seat? Okay, thanks, Sam.
Thank you, Judge. Thank you, Quorum.
Mr. James. This is
First
Mr.
off,
James
let me
Skinner.
say thank you, Judge, members of the Quorum Court, for having me here tonight. I put my name in the hat because I currently work at the coroner's office. I, too, was the chief deputy at one point. I started my career in 1989 with the Mississippi County Sheriff's Office, where I started out in patrol. I then moved to sergeant of patrol, lieutenant of patrol, and eventually the patrol commander. During my time as the patrol commander, I took care of things such as the budget. We were responsible for all the inventory of the cars. That included the entire fleet for the Mississippi County Sheriff's Office. I was in charge of making sure that we got personnel to where they were supposed to be, whether it was an inmate or who, to the courts. We had 3 to 5 courts. We had bailiffs that had to be there and prisoners that had to go to each individual one. I left the Mississippi County Sheriff's Department to go to the city of Manila, where I knew that I started there as a captain, and I knew I'd be moving up to the rank of chief just shortly after. And with the way things are in Arkansas now, you want to go where you can get the most money when you retire. So I spent several years there as the chief and the school resource officer. With that being said, I did both of those at once. I was the school resource officer prior to going in as the chief, so I did both jobs. While I was there, I worked 11 years with the Manila Fire Department and nearly 10 years as the deputy coroner's office, or for the coroner's office as the deputy coroner in Mississippi County. I have visited multiple coroner's offices. Baxter County has one of the best, if not the best, in the state. When I retired, my wife and I of 32 years moved to Mountain Home, where she is a administrator of King Dermatology, and that's why we came here. I immediately went to the coroner's office and told Brad if he needed any help to let me know, and I've worked for him for several years, off and on. And I, too, was the chief deputy here when I left. I have had lots of conversations with Coroner Hayes about the building. We've walked through all kinds of scenarios of getting this building built. I would love to be a part of seeing it move forward. Like I said, it's one of the best in the state. If I'm appointed, I will do my best to take care of getting that done and make this department look good. Do y'all have anything for me?
Any questions for James? Thank you, James.
Thank you.
So with that,
Judge, I'd like to make a motion that we move to executive session so we can discuss this personnel issue as it relates to declaring and filling this vacancy in the county coroner's office.
we have a motion to move to executive session. Do we have a second?
Second.
Okay, second by Mr. Eddy. So, this floor, before we move to executive session, the floor is open for debate before we go there. No debate, we'll move to executive session. Yep. Yep. Okay, clerk call roll.
Steiner?
Yes.
Waldrop?
Yes.
Walker?
Yes.
Davis?
Yes.
Edge?
Yes.
Frank?
Yes.
Griffin?
Yes.
House?
Yes.
Donald?
Yes.
Nault?
Yes.
Payne?
Yes.
Motion passes with a vote of 11 to 0.
We'll go up to the third floor in the conference room. Everybody can mosey up there.
Mosey will.